Yo, if your Kickstarter TCG's website doesn't look like this, she's not the one, bro. What's up, everyone? It's Dan with Main Deck, and we're back today with another Grand Archive video for you guys. Today, this is just a little update video because there was actually a major update yesterday, late last night, right before Anime Expo. The Grand Archive team, Weebs of the Shore, dropped the new Grand Archive website. So this website, I just wanted to kind of bring it to people's attention, let you check it out, because I am truly impressed with what they have here. I just can't even believe it's like a small team that's putting it together. So let's just go ahead, hop right in, take a look at what's going on their website. Alrighty, so here we are. Website URL is gatcg.com. Of course, it'll be linked down in the description below if you want to go check it out yourself. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel, we here are big fans of the Grand Archive trading card game, and I just really like what they're putting out here. I think what they are showing us is that they're a team who has a lot of professionalism and a lot of attention to detail and the kind of stuff that you want to see in a TCG that you're going to support. So even though this TCG isn't out yet, I think it seems like everything they do just gives me more and more faith in what is going on with it. So the Kickstarter backers are going to start getting their product in just a couple of months now. And then the plan here is, as you can see right at the front, right at the very front of the page here, this is an anime TCG with Western game design coming out Q1 2023. That's when it'll be in stores. That'll be the Ultra Edition. So let's just take just a quick glance through what they have in the website here. Obviously, right on the front page, really cool, splashy image here showing some of their quick play video. Beautiful little clean design section here that's just showing off a whole bunch of different cards right away with some really cool art of Merlin and Lorraine in the background. I believe this Lorraine here is the alternate level 3 that we haven't. I don't know if they've shown the full art for that yet, but I believe it's coming very soon. Some more characters, a little bit of information about how deck building works. You know, this is just kind of what you expect out of a typical kind of big splash page giving you the brief overview of what you're getting into here. Of course, beautiful collector's super rare version of Merlin here that they're showing off. Some articles so you can start to get some information. By the way, here's their information on Anime Expo articles. You can see kind of what kind of stuff they have here. If you are heading to Anime Expo this weekend, maybe you're catching this right while you're on the way there or something, or you're waiting in line. Grand Archive booth E24 right over there. Definitely something to go check out because they're going to be selling these really cool Sylvie deck boxes, as well as having some promo packs that you can get with some really sweet full art promo cards. So definitely something you want to check out if you're heading down there. But anyway, back to the rest of the website here. So we have newsletter sign up. Great place to get some information, I'm sure. Okay, so what else is on here? Obviously, big front page that's just kind of showing you, like I said, it's just trying to get people to get the very basics of what they need to know, but there is a ton of information here that we didn't have before. In addition, I didn't mention, but some of these cards are completely new, a bunch of new spoilers, and we're going to have a link down below to there's a gentleman in the Discord named Pichu Fan who is has his own blog, Sylvie blog, that he's starting to update with tons and tons of really detailed information about Grand Archive. So if you're someone who wants to know every little detail about something, we're going to have a link down to his blog below, specifically the page about what we now know about Set 1, Dawn of Ashes, which was filled in quite a bit from this website launch. So we have a Getting Started page. Obviously, the perfect place to go if you're just finding the game and you want to know a little more about how it works. Has the link to the quick start guide, and then has just the basics, kind of like a quick description of what's in that quick start guide, giving you the basic information about how the game works, showing off some different card types, all that kind of stuff. And then down here, links to print and plays and the comprehensive rules and everything, nicely laid out for you. As we said, they got some articles, and they've actually got a ton of different articles here. Some of these things are listed on other pages as well, but just a bunch of basic starter information for you to check out and explore the world and explore the game. Okay, this champions page. This one I'm really excited about. I think this is super, super nice looking, and I really like that what the team is doing is showing you the sort of the main characters of the game, and then letting you kind of learn a little bit about them and see what some of their cards look like, and really just starting to flesh out some of the lore and everything, and build this world. Because the big thing about Grand Archive is it's not based on any sort of IP that already exists. A lot of anime card games are obviously based on an anime that's come out. This one is just developing its own world as it goes. So we have all sorts of characters. Lorraine and Rai, of course, everyone knows from the print and play decks. We also have our main assassin character. This is a new reveal. We have Xander, who is going to be the primary assassin, who gets access to the Luxem element. So kind of a little bit of a subversion there, which is kind of cool. The assassin, instead of you'd expect him to have like a shadowy magic or something he'd get, but he goes into light. And this is, from the cards we've seen, you see a couple little spoilers here. It looks really, really interesting. So I'm excited to see more Luxem cards and see more of Xander. And then our main tamer is Sylvie over here, and you see that they're actually, it's a little cut off here on my overlay there, so I apologize about that. But down here, it's signifying these 5 characters on the left are associated with the Grand Archive, and then these 3 on the right are not necessarily recognized champions of the Grand Archive. And so they're already starting to develop a little bit of that kind of who's who and these factions that might be at play. And so I'm really interested to see where else the story goes from here. And then we also have our lineage break champions, and these champions are all just getting a single level in the set. And the interesting thing about them is that they can level up from any other champion, but they cannot level up. You cannot level up from a lineage break champion. So a little bit of interest in deck building, but specifically these are going to be really great for like limited draft play, allowing you to be a little more flexible with your deck. So we have Alan, who's the lineage break tamer. He's is also a new character that we haven't seen before. We have Mordred, the lineage break warrior. And then we have Merlin, the lineage break mage. And then Tristan, the one we got to spoil just last week, the lineage break assassin. So really cool look at all the characters and some different cards that they have access to, and there were a whole bunch of new cards from this as well that we hadn't seen before. Nice little game section here also showing the products. So we'll look at this in just a second, but they actually have a little teaser of the sets that are coming out, just the little codes, the acronyms for each one. And we know a rough release schedule now, and that's pretty exciting and new too. So obviously Dawn of Ashes, the Ultra Edition, comes out Q1 of 2023, so that's when it will be in stores available to purchase, and that's an unlimited print run, so as long as there is demand for it, they're going to be able to keep printing it. And they're calling that a standard set, meaning that's going to be a standard size set. It's somewhere around 275 cards or something like that. And then they note that in Q2 we're going to get a supplemental set. So now we're not exactly sure what that means yet. Supplemental set could be something as small as tins, just a few cards, and not even necessarily like a randomized purchase, some supplemental decks or something. We're not exactly sure what that means. It also could mean like a half-size set, still in regular booster packs and everything. So we'll start to see what that means when they start to spoil that, once we probably have Dawn of Ashes out. But it's really exciting to see that actually they have sets lined up through each quarter in 2023, but it doesn't look overbearing because these supplemental sets will theoretically be a smaller purchase of some kind that you might need if you're just looking to play the game and collect all the cards and everything. And then in Q3 we have Alk, hopefully some sort of like alchemy thing. The arm, I'm not sure what the armies, arms as in weapons, armaments. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I would guess this ALC is looking at alchemy, but who knows? It could mean a long constitution, or it could be something completely different that I have no idea what it means. And then Gen is a supplemental set in Q4 2023. Generations, maybe it's looking at like the future of the current champions we have or something. So who knows? It's kind of exciting to see this though, as they start to develop the lore and we start to see kind of what story they want to tell with everything. But mostly it's exciting to see that we have releases planned all through 2023. So it's going to be really really great for people who are getting into the game and looking to keep finding more product. So speaking of product here, we have the current products that are available. And they have some product sheets and Kickstarter page. So Kickstarter page, of course, for the first edition product, which is already sold through on Kickstarter. However, stay tuned in case anything changes where they allow us any more access to that first edition. But if you didn't get in on the Kickstarter, there is a list of stores that you can find. I know that's linked on the Discord for sure. Stores that backed the game at the first edition Kickstarter backing, and then they're able to sell that product to you. So you might want to hook up and see if you can find any of those stores to get it as well. Ultra Edition, we actually have a little product sheet here. So we're going to pop that open, a little PDF. Looks really, really nice and shows off some of the products that are coming out. So you can see with the Ultra Edition, we have this set of starter decks, and this is a completely different thing than what they were initially planning. And ended up having only for the first edition, which is we have these Rye versus Lorraine kind of dual decks that all the first edition backers are getting. These starter deck displays that are going to be right on the shelf for people to purchase and get into the game are selling individual character decks. So it looks like they have Lorraine, Rye, and Sylvie available. And in these displays, then you'll get that deck. And that'll just be like the single deck, and they're selling it at a price point of $15 USD, which is actually just a wonderful price point, the perfect price point, I think, to pick up a product that you can start to play with immediately. It says these displays, there's a couple of interesting things about them, also come with 3 Assassin class starter packs, which says they contain 3 predetermined assassin cards unique to this product. So, they have Tamer, Mage, and Warrior, but then there's that little teaser of Assassin as well. And I guess it'll be up to the store selling it or whatever to decide how they want to give those out to the customers. Maybe they'll do a promotion where it's like if you buy all 3 decks, you get the Assassin pack, or maybe they'll just hand it out to people who are interested. You just have to talk to your store about that, but these look really nice, look off the shelf. I mean, these look just as good or better than many of the products you see for the major TCGs. And if you guys are familiar, if anyone out there is familiar with buying Weiss Schwarz, where you're kind of digging for those exclusive rare foils, these aren't exclusive here, but it does say that starter decks have a chance at a randomly inserted CSR cards. You are able to get those rare normally 1 in 15 boxes for these CSR and CURs. You're able to get one of those rare ones from these starter deck sets. So sounds like something that I might still have to buy, even though I'll have a bunch of first edition product or whatever, because I like the chance at the CSR, and probably just use them to teach other people the game and everything. So that's the starter deck set. And then of course they have the booster packs. Here's a little shot of some of the CSRs, and booster packs look just gorgeous. Really, really nice looking color scheme and everything, showing off all the cool characters on the front. So really excited to get those in person. Of course, there's nothing particularly new here, other than we do note that the MSRP is listed as $4.49. And a lot of card games, up until recently have been $4 or $3.99 is the price, but even Magic the Gathering is starting to look at increasing prices and everything. So it's just kind of what's going on with the industry and with everything in the economy right now. Unfortunately, it does mean eventually it'll start to impact our trading card games, and $4.49 doesn't seem unreasonable at all for an MSRP. And of course, shops are going to be discounting that some amount as well if you're buying full boxes and everything, especially. So just keep that in mind. And then we're actually about to get to this component, I think here. Yeah, I think this is, yep. I think we'll find this in here. So we'll hang on just a second on this lore bit. We're going to look a little bit more at games. They do have the card database, and this we've gone through in a previous video, but the index is still available. Still one of the best card databases I've seen for a card game, especially for a card game that doesn't even exist yet. So definitely check that out if you want to dig through all the different cards. That's right there. And then rules. We have a lot of people. Actually, this was a huge thing during the Kickstarter where people were begging to see the rule set and everything, and the video wasn't quite enough. So the team got something together then, but it was just kind of something slapped together really quick to make sure people had access to it. But now we have that getting started page, which we've already been through, which shows a really, really nice visual guide of how everything works. And then there's a new comprehensive rules document that was updated just yesterday, looking a little more, little slicker, a little more put together, a little more finalized. And in here you can just go through very, very comprehensively what all the rules are, so you can know all the details about timing and everything. So they have both these resources, the Getting Started Guide and the Comprehensive Rules, for you to learn how to play the game. And if you're more of a video type learner, I want you guys to stay tuned, because we are at work on a really comprehensive how to play video for the Main Deck YouTube channel as well. So you guys stay tuned for that if that's how you prefer to learn. We'll have that out there to help you guys get into the game as well. And then finally, just want to look at, actually we have two more things. We have the story here. And so this is, this is actually really cool. I haven't even gotten a chance to read through this yet. This is so fresh and new, but we have, a bunch of lore basically laid out for the characters. And yeah, we have that link to, the different worlds that we go to. So Cambria being the Camelot themed world, that is Dawn of Ashes is based on. And the setup of Grand Archive allows them to travel to different worlds, with the Grand Archive as kind of a central hub, home world. So you're going to be able to read through that and kind of understand what they're going for there. And then if you want to read about the Dawn of Ashes story, that Cambria page explains what the different areas are, who some of the different people and factions are, and I'm definitely going to be digging into that. And then they have, again, those articles. They have some about Lorraine and Rye, and they have more coming for Sylvie and Xander, to just give you more and more, peel back more sort of what they're going on, what they're trying to accomplish with the story and with these characters. So it's going to be really great to be able to just kind of dig in and start to understand the world a little more. Okay, and then finally they had this event section. Now the organized play coming soon, of course. There isn't even a game yet, so there isn't quite organized play, but there will be information about that. And then they have a convention section, just describing what their schedule is here, which is going to be really nice for people who are looking to try and demo the game in person or collect some of the promos they're giving out. So Anime Expo going on right now as this video is coming out. Anime Matsuri is coming out, is going to be in July 28th, and then Collecticon Long Beach is August 20th. These are the next ones they're hitting. So I am personally really hoping that starting in 2023, when we have product available, the team's going to start to visit more gaming conventions as well, product to sell and events and tournaments to hold. It'll be perfect to see them at things like Gen Con, Origins, whatever they want to go to there. So, but for now, it's going to be just these anime themed conventions where they're just going to be showing the game off to people who are interested in this kind of genre of stuff. So if you're going to any of these, or if you want to make a trip out to them, definitely going to be worth your time to stop at the Grand Archive booth. And then one last thing to mention, which there's one more coming soon section here called Omnidex. And the Omnidex is what they've talked about before. It's their sort of integrated organized play software where players are going to be able to find tournaments and enroll in tournaments and kind of handle everything on that end. And that's where when an event organizer creates a tournament, it'll be in the Omnidex for people to see. And that'll kind of handle, I think they're going to have a loyalty points program and all sorts of stuff that they had planned. So when that is available, then that'll be there as well. But overall, that's kind of our look at the site. My overall thoughts here are this site is for a game that doesn't exist, and for a team of like just a few people. I can't believe how nice this site looks, how slick everything looks. This is what, if you're making a Kickstarter TCG, this is what everything you do should look like. If you want to impress consumers, if you want to impress people like me and make me make a video about your Kickstarter game, I want to see this kind of production coming from you. Because this shows me that this team is interested in making their game look just as good as everything else out there. And the thing that bugs me a little bit about some Kickstarters is like I totally get that these are being created by people who are passionate about their game and they just want to get it produced. But when you're asking people to buy into a trading card game is an expensive prospect generally. They take a lot of money to keep up, and you're hoping to buy in and get some sort of like value return on your purchase and everything. And if the team isn't really setting out to make sure their game stands with all the other major games that are out there that are being produced by big companies with big budgets and everything. And you don't need a big budget necessarily to make stuff like this, but you do need a budget, right? You need to put something into this. Then you need your game to stand on the same level as those games. And this shows me that like this is what you want your site to look like. So this shows me that the team really cares, that the team is trying to produce a game that you would look at this and go, man, what big company made this game? I was actually just made by like 3 people in Texas or something. And that's really impressive. So overall, the site is very impressive to me. It has all the information that I think it needs to have right now. And if you're just finding out about the game, definitely just spend some time digging through this site, and I'm sure you'll learn basically everything you need to learn. But if there's still stuff you're missing, guys, here's some resources for you. First of all, of course, check out all our other videos we have posted. We were posting on Grand Archive, not quite weekly, but definitely monthly. At least we're getting a video out there. And that will definitely speed up as soon as we start to have actual cards in our hands and a game to play, because we're going to be doing deck techs, we're going to be doing tournament coverage, we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff on this channel. So if you like Grand Archive, I want you to stay tuned, because my fervor has only been increasing as the set gets closer and closer to release, and the team shows us everything that they have in store, which is just looking really, really, really good. And then, of course, check out our Discord link down below. We have a great section of Grand Archive fans who are going to be happy to chat with you, and all the cool people and cool knowledgeable people who will be able to answer your questions are chilling in our Discord. So make sure to check out the link down below and join our Discord. And then one last note, guys, we have of course, we're still just trying to grow our channel, and growing the channel helps us get the word about Grand Archive and other great card games out to people. So if you did enjoy this, if you learned something, if you get more excited about Grand Archive, we'd really appreciate if you could leave a like on the video, and go ahead and subscribe as well, because we're on the way to 1,000 right now, which would be a really great milestone for us to hit that. Really appreciate every subscription that we can have there. Of course, as always, we have to thank our patrons. Patrons are supporting our channel and allowing us to put out this content. And thanks to you guys, we're able to continue to post videos for things. So if you want to be a patron as well, tons of cool perks. $2 gives you access to some of our exclusive videos and some cool perks like a Discord tag and all sorts of other neat things. Just go check out the Patreon. Links down below. With that said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time. Hope you guys are getting as pumped about Grand Archive as I am. This game is looking so good, so exciting. There's so much to show off, and it won't be long before we have these cards in our hand, and I can't wait. With that said, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.